Hey everyone, this is a quick guide to the first boss in Castle Nathria called Shriekwing on normal and heroic difficulty. The boss is a two-phase encounter and you basically switch between phase 1 and 2 until the boss is dead. So let's go ahead and check out the first phase. So Exsanguinating Bite is your typical tank swap mechanic. The main target will get a 10 stack debuff and the other 10 got a taunt as soon as the stacks are applied. The debuff is pretty nasty and each stack will increase physical damage taken by 5% and healing received reduced by 10% as well. So healers gotta make sure that the main target is fully healed before the debuff is applied, because at 10 stacks the tank will be completely immune to healing due to the 100% healing reduction. However, every 1.5 seconds one stack will get removed. The next ability is called Earsplitting Shriek. Basically you have to line of sight the cast behind one of the 4 pillars to avoid the damage. The boss will be static while this is being cast, so tanks gotta move behind as well. After a few seconds, everybody in the raid will spawn sanguine at the locations, so it's a good idea to stack up behind one of the pillars and try to keep the room clear as much as possible. Once the pool of sanguine has been dropped, move back to your positions. The boss will cast this ability once more before moving into phase 2, so just rinse and repeat throughout the fight. The boss will also mark up to 3 random players with echolocation, and it's pretty easy to spot who the targeted players are because of the big red arrow above their heads. If you are targeted, simply run out to the edge of the room, and after a few seconds you will get marked for descent, and this will cause a bat to leap on top of you dealing physical damage, but most importantly it will make you drop a pool of sanguine as well, so it's a good idea to get it out of the raid. So occasionally the boss will also target a random player within 12 yards and use a frontal cone called blind swipe. Ranged players can avoid being targeted if they are at least 13 yards away from the boss, so only melee will get targeted by it and they can simply move around the boss to avoid being hit by it. The boss will also be casting Reverberating Scream, which deals a low burst of damage followed by a dot over 16 seconds, so healers make sure to top off your raid, especially if it overlaps with Earsplitting Shriek. On heroic difficulty, the boss will target a random player and begin channeling Echoing Screech, which are sonic rings that will bounce around the room for about 15 seconds. You can either bait it by having the melee and ranged player stand behind the boss and then move around once the sonic rings have gone out, or you can simply try to avoid it the best you can. However, if you do get hit by one of the sonic rings, you will get feared for about 2 seconds and trigger Deadly Descent, which causes a bat to leap on top of you, dealing physical damage and make you spawn a pool of sanguine as well, so try to avoid it the best you can. So at 100% energy, the boss will teleport to the middle of the room and begin casting Bloodshot and transition into phase 2. Bloodshot will cause the boss to have a big 12-yard circle around her, and if anyone comes in contact with it, they will get horrified for about 4 seconds and get marked for Deadly Descent. During the second phase, you won't actually be able to tank the boss and she will receive a big damage taking decrease, so this phase is all about survival. The boss will also be casting Echoing Sonar, which are slow moving rings that you have to avoid. If anyone gets hit by it, they will get horrified and get marked for Deadly Descent after 5 seconds. It's still a bit unclear if this will cause you to drop a pool of sanguine on normal and heroic difficulty, because they kinda changed it during the testing, but I'll make sure to leave a note in the comment section below. The last ability the boss will be casting during the second phase is Sonar Shriek. It's similar to Earsplitting Shriek from phase 1. You have to line of sight the ability, so it's a good idea to stay hidden behind one of the 4 pillars to avoid it. However, if someone gets hit by it, well, you guessed it, they will get horrified for 2 seconds and get marked for Deadly Descent. And again, we don't really know if this will drop a pool of sanguine on normal and heroic difficulty. But yeah, basically try to avoid everything you can during this phase and go from pillar to pillar and hide from the boss. After the second phase, you go back to the first phase and all the sanguine pools from before will have despawned, and you basically rinse and repeat until the boss is dead. So yeah guys, this was a quick guide to the first boss. I hope it was helpful, and if it was, make sure to give this video a like because it truly does help out. Thank you for watching, make sure to subscribe to see more guides similar to this one, and yeah, see you guys next time.